Hello, I'm the Terry Detective. I'm here to do a reading for Kata Scott. Now, I know she's deceased already, and my condolences, my sincere condolences to the family. This is a very heartbreaking situation that happened to you. But there was one spring of hope. And so I was watching the video, and I guess when everybody was there, when they found her, and this deer jumped out the woods, and I thought, oh my God, look at that! Isn't that beautiful deer? And I thought, oh my, that must be Kata's spirit. It looks, I mean, it was so, I almost was to tears because it was so sad and it was so, how can I say this? Inspirational, because at the same time, because you saw this deer, it's like her soul was released when she was found, and I thought that was, so wow, so like I said, my condolences to the family, but we're gonna find out who this tipster is, because it's just been nagging me, and I did want to do this reading because, like I said, I usually don't do people when they're recently deceased, but I wasn't able to sleep. There's something that was nagging me, a spirit that was just nagging me, and I said, okay, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw my ring in the hat, and I'm going to do this reading. Because I want to talk about this tipster. He's coming up with all these tips, and it's so accurate. Wow, this person has more tips than a person that tips at a Ritz-Carlton hotel. This person is giving all these right answers. You psychic? I don't know. But we're going to find out. Because I know they're not psychic. But we're going to find out what's going on with the situation, okay? So, the first card I pulled was the heart, as you can see here. And this represents, see the moon? Oh my God. And the hands. So, she comes with the expression of love. And she was such a loving, kind-hearted person. I saw the video. They said she was such a sweet girl. And I looked at her video pictures, and I can tell a lot of things about people when I look at their pictures. She was just the most kind-hearted. She was everything that people described her as. Okay? Very kind-hearted. And this is her heart. Offering her heart to the wrong people, though. And it seems that something happened. A wound is possibly near her heart because that person was so devastated and angry at her. Then we have the black fox. This is a betrayal that somebody in there is somebody trying to be sly and slick. The God. And see this man? He has a beard. He has thick eyebrows and curly brown hair. Straighten his tie. This is a man of authority. Alright? This is a man that, I'm not going to say a high-ranking position, but he has a position, maybe in a business or professional. We're going to deep dive into that, okay, about what this man does. Alright? What kind of work he does. But he's possibly, allegedly, a father as well. And a partner. He's probably married. I'm not quite sure if the marriage is a happy marriage, because in one of my cards I'm going to show you that they disagree over the children sometimes. He's always fussing with his wife about the kids, but we're gonna talk about that. The mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run. Okay, so there's 3 people here. There's 3 people here that are doing what? Gossiping, talking amongst each other, chit-chatting on the phone. Hey, girl, did you hear what happened? Yeah, but don't say that. Don't do that. They can hear us on our phones. Girl, you should have got a burner phone. No, girl, you heard what happened to Kata? Yeah, girl, she was with him and this, that, and the third. So they're just doing girl talk. But there's 3 people that are going to get in trouble for this. Possibly 3 females, and there's a male that's going to get in trouble. We can talk about them, okay? So you see the different shades of the mice. One's kind of light skin. One's kind of dark skin. One's a little bit darker. Yeah, we're going to talk. I just noticed that too. I'm going to check about this out later. The birds. I'm gonna check my book because this is a neat deck of cards I got. So the birds are possibly messages. The messages that have been going on. And there go 3 little birds. 3 little birds perched on my doorstep. So yeah, these little birds just chit-chatting away amongst themselves. The tower. Tower is a symbol of, again, an authority. See the phallic symbol? A male. You know that the tower pings on the phone, but this is a ping on somebody else's phone too, you know. And we're gonna try to figure out whose phone was pinged. But it's definitely a male, cause look, and it looks like Rapunzel. You're letting down her hair, and she had long hair. She left herself vulnerable. She seemed like she was unattainable. That she was different from the rest of the girls in that kind of a sense. Like the star card. So you get near, but yet so far. Then you have the Ankh. The Ankh represents life. It also represents female energy. As we have the womb, the ovaries, and fallopian tubes. This also represents what possibly happened to him. Since it represents female energy, something very devastating violation that happened to her. This is the bear. Here comes the bear again. Another paternal card, the bear. So whoever this person was, the tipster, they're kind of heavy set. Seriously dark skin, maybe kind of a little darker than normal. There's something extraordinary about his eyes. Piercing eyes. He's very stocky and built. Alright. And then we have the whip. It means deception, a false friend, a false enemy. This is most likely female. This person has dreadlocks, long hair, probably ties it up. The hair is possibly red. Possibly red. Most likely red hair. And the anchor. Okay. So she was pinned down. Pinned down. So we'll go to my other couple cards. And we have the main person. So there's 3 people behind him. See the black mask? 3 people. Man of authority. And he's dark skinned. Might have long hair longer than normal or no hair at all, but then we have work. There's an issue with someone at her job. And so look at this. That's the person. There's 1, 2, 3. Maybe there's 3 bodies that happen. Maybe it's 3. Then you have the false person again. False. False friend. 2 wolves and she's walking. So that's the false friend. Her false friends. Then you have prison. So prison in the Kipper cards represents police, firefighters, detectives, police officers. But it also represents that probably around the 29th, the arrest will be made. 4 people, 3 or 4 people will be arrested. Okay? So they can get their affairs in order ready right now. Because justice will be served, okay? Then you have high honors. Look, I always use this card when you get this card, it's always somebody in authority, like a police officer. Because, let me show you this card. Oh, not this one. This one. Military person. So the person that's the tipster is a military person, okay? They've been in service in the military before. Probably drive a white car. I'm not quite sure if they do or not. But anyway. I don't know if this person is he foreign? From a different country? Has a mustache. See what else I should look at. See the person in the sand? But it's a military person, that's the tipster, okay? Or ex-military. I say once military, always military. Whatever your job was, I always say that you're with that job forever. And, what else? Yeah, the tipster is ex-military. But they also have a job right now that pertains to that. Then you have the rich girl. And I think it says Kato. As you can see in the mirror, she got mixed up with a bad person. I don't know if Kato had a cat. Why had a cat? And then there's a hookah on this here. Hookah man. You hear that before? Anyway, the good gentleman, probably a Leo, possibly. I'm not quite sure. Where's my notes? I gotta get my notes. Ugh. My notes. The good man is he's a gentleman, father, brother, uncle. Symbolism of yeah. The false friend has to do with jealousy and envy and deceit. Expectation. So right now, as you can see, the tipster is looking at the window, giving a tip, looking at the window. Do they have a dog in their family? The tipster has a black dog. That's a black dog and a green, possibly maybe a green door, green windows. Probably a brick house. 28th. That's when they're gonna come get you. Okay? Marriage. This person is married. And that symbolizes family and friends and a partner, a marriage partner. I don't know if the wife wears blonde hair. But it's a masculine and a feminine, and they're married. Okay? He's telling her to shut her mouth up. So I have who's the cards? I'm gonna look at these. I love these because they always give you an idea what the person looks like. So you see this guy here. See his face. It's like he's got markings on his face. This is how his face looks. One of the people. He wears a hat. Is he Muslim or something? And he, the father wears. The other person wears dreads too. And marking has a pout in his mouth. Oh, he has guns and stuff. Yeah. Probably a Rottweiler. Is that a Rottweiler? And it's a cat. They're a black cat. And then you got the person right here. Alright. John Horse. Okay, then you know that she was found on the side of the road. Okay. And he did it because he's a shallow grave. And he's got dogs too. And he's brokenhearted. This woman broke his heart, but he killed her. A 3 of baskets. This is the 3 of cups. Now, 3 of cups can also represent a group of friends, people who hang out together. Also, somebody that can intervene in the relationship, like there's a third party in the relationship. And they hang out together. They probably hung out in this woods too. Maybe they hung out there, during their lunch break or something. like a building in the background. It's like the woods they found Kate at. But it's where they hung out. They hung out together during. She's only been there 3 weeks, so but she still probably made friends and stuff. The big house, of course, she's found in the house. This house where Tipster lives at is divided right now. They're having a tower moment. Like, what are we gonna do? The Ace of Cups. New beginnings and beginning of relationship. And the Ten of Cups. It's the family. Did anybody resemble anybody in the family get their hair done? You all live together. Is this a house where most relatives live at? They all live together. The grandma, the auntie, the uncle. They all get together during Thanksgiving and Christmas. But they live in a house in all kind of mason jars, right? And it probably have people's names in them. I don't think they're drinking it. That looks like Unc right there. Like, yeah. There's always the Unc that's trying to, somebody that try to, be extra in the picture. There's the mustache and the hair. Notice the hair. Alright. The 6 of coins. So it has to do with money and exchange and probably gambling. See the 4-leaf clover. The dice. 6 of coins, waiting for some money. Dr. Grant. This is when she was found. As you can see, they're looking into the woods. Big Mama. The World card. Coming into it, the end of the era or decision. Does the grandma live at the house? Probably grandma lives at the house with a tipster. Alright. Miss Ida. They should, the moon is full now. When the moon starts to grow, they'll probably find some more information. But I think they should go back to the house and look into their bedroom, the abandoned house, if it has an attic or something, a place where you can go upstairs. You're going to find some more evidence up in there. You're going to find some more evidence up in there. Alright. 4 of Sticks. This is the Happy Homes. This is the 4 of Wands. Because I don't know who this is. This is the parents. Maybe the mama's light skin and dad's dark skin. This is a happy home and they're together. Aunt Caroline said, yeah, to see the rear camera. They're going to be up in front of the house in a few days. The Tipster's house. Alright. This is Kate fighting for her life. The railroad tracks. I don't know if there's any railroad tracks in there, but I think they should look there too. Somebody orchestrated this whole situation. Railroad Bill. Maybe the tipster's name is Bill. I don't know. You notice she's been found in some grass. 2 wands to represent 2 main people, but there's somebody in that's perpetrating this thing too. He has like a gate like that. This is Kate trying to control. Strength card came in the Wild Beast. The Ace of Sticks. This can represent beating, and this also can represent pew. Okay, so about how things happened or went down. Very abusive very forceful against her. She lies with all her false friends. Now this might be a gentleman that's bald-headed. Just look at this. This is like a church or old school house. And they have a knife there. And a plaid shirt and bald head. Somebody might look like that. Somebody might look like that. Justice will be served, okay? So everybody who's involved in this will go to jail. That's a guarantee. There's some disharmony in the relationship. The two cups reversed. There's drugs involved. The nine of baskets reversed. The mother of cups. Queen of cups. She's gonna show up again. Let's see. Look at my notes. No, she does not show up again. So I don't know if Kate was a water sign. Was she Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? I don't know. The other person possibly involved with Kate's deletion is this person has like a round face, wears a scarf on her head with a basket. What's she got in the basket? There's another person who's a Pisces person. She's kind of younger. And then you have... So I was trying to get away from the paw thing. Because this is the moon card and usually has feminine energy. But I just couldn't get away from the feminine edge and energy. And see? Look at the father. He's like it's a Freemason on the Fez hat. Like he belongs to a certain order. You know, how some police officers, detectives and stuff are in an order, like, it's not a fraternity, it's just like an order that they're in, and it's the moon card and it's full. And then he has his son. He put his arms around son, you can do no wrong. I love you, son. We're going to work this together. But see, the moon is out and the moon is full. And we must not tell no one what happened or what's going on. This is between me, you, moon, and the moon. But the moon is a creation of God. And God knows all, and God sees all, and God reveals all. But he's not teaching this to his son, even though he loves his son very much. Son of baskets. So I don't know if it represents a younger child. I don't know if somebody has a younger sibling. Ears. If I had ears like this. Where's ears a bowl like this? A little smile like that. There's a woman who looks like this that's involved. See the knives, the 7 of knives. She likes to cook. But she also looks like she's got something, she likes to cook, but she can, what's this in her hand? I'm scared of knives in the back of her head, in the back of her. She looks like somebody who would be smile at you and stab you in the back. Let me grab one of them knives. But she has another person, she wears her hair like that. It's kind of curly, probably wears it in a bow and smiles. Same kind of smile. Well, another disclaimer is anybody who looks like this in a picture, anybody's innocent until proven guilty. Okay. So the Six of Cups represents a family, friend, or relative. A past lover, past friend, but also can represent relatives as well. Allegedly. Look at this man. Stocky build, piercing eyes. These eyes are very piercing. Bald head. Color Jack. He thought he could get away with what was the crimes he committed, but he was finally caught with a noose around his neck. So then most likely he'll get the death penalty. I don't know if there's a death penalty in, Pennsylvania. But he will get caught and he will penalize part. If he doesn't get the death penalty, he'll get life. He's going to wait for life. Now, Father of Knives. And that's my, the knives are swords. So why would them? Swords are Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So then you got this man, he wears his face like, he likes to wear hats and a bowl. It's supposed to be dresser. This is the older gentleman, probably my tipster. And he has one of them beards, his mustache is connected to your beard. He has many occupations into everything. Some illegal, some illegal, some legal. Corruption. Because it was reversed. Very stern man. Very disciplined with his children. But sometimes our children, especially when their parents are of authority like judges and police officers and XYZ, they make the worst kids. That's what they think. I think they're so spoiled. They think they're so entitled. They think they can get away with the law, but they can't. That's not all of them. That's allegedly. So the second person is, you see her eyes are closed and her eyes are open. She wears glasses. The second person is possibly a possible subject, allegedly. The two of knives. So she represents the two people that are closest to what's doing this. See her buck teeth and the way she wears her hair. She said, yeah, I can't stand her. I did it. And what? Me and XYZ did it. She's one of the girls opposed with whatever they weaponized her with. She's biting her lip. The Five of Coins. This is the parents arguing over with the kids, over the child. I raised him right. No, you didn't. You were supposed to teach him how to be a man. Now, let me tell you, woman, this boy is grown. He can do whatever he wants. I'm going to protect him with all my might. He's mine. And I brought him in this world. See, that's why he wound up like it is now. I'm not going to put up with you trying to keep, his secrets and everything. And here he is standing in the middle, looking at the camera, innocent. This is my child support card, too. Like when everybody knows somebody's in trouble with child support, this card comes up. And if I see the husband spitting fire, he's got some words. I got a tongue on him and a mouth on him, and she can beat him toe to toe because she's saying, "This is my baby. This is my baby." But he has to do what's right, and he said, "No, I'm gonna protect him because he's my son. That's my son." 4 black baskets, being offered something but refusing it. See the dreadlocks. Light skin, fair skin women. Girls, please, I'm not doing this. I'm not taking this. I roll. Whatever. I'm offering you this basket of love. I don't want it. I don't need it. Then you have the 6 of Sticks, victory. The person has dreadlocks. So this can be the card of conquest, especially when it comes to females. Then you have the 3 of Sticks. Let me know she was in a wooded area. Then you have the Son of Coins. He's always pointing to something different. when I look at this card, because today he's pointing at Scorpio. Okay, the Son of Coins, and did he show up in? Yes, he did show up. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He's a son. I'd say about his 20s. Teen to 20s. And so he's saying, oh yeah, we're going to find out what's going on in the Scorpio season. He's that redhead woman again. Because the original whip kept a card of women that has red hair. You got to watch out for this chick with the red hair. No. Don't go back in there and change your hair color. All right? Because we always seen you on camera, okay? It's going to be all right. Because they're already talking, talking and gossiping about you, okay? And word's gotten around about what happened to Kata and this one's involvement. See how she got her arm tucked up and they're like, girl, I don't give a crap they talking about me. But they talking about me. Yeah, I did it. It has something to do with it. But I'm not going to talk. You know, I'm not going to give them too much information, but they talking about me. And she was, we're going to go to the police. Okay. Girl, you should talk. The girl's scandalous. She's something else. Girl can't stand her. Yeah. She said she can't stand that girl. But, yeah. I think we know her secrets. We just go tell the police, okay? Okay. Father of Sticks. This Father of Sticks is the wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may have a face that looks like this. Part Indian, part Native American or so. Deals with fire and sticks of fire. Was he the one that set the car on fire? The tipster. The trickster, tipster. He likes to drink too. Likes to drink his fire water. And he's in the woods. And he's in the freaking woods. Wow. It's the Son of Sticks. Sticks again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This one's a little younger, as you can see. He's like, stop. As above, as below. I know what happened. But don't come here. It's danger. Daughter of Sticks. A female. 20-something years old. Teenagers are 20-something years old. 20, 30 years old. 20-something. The chick's 20-something. That's the weird braids in the hair. Real fiery. Can pop up of the mouth sometimes like a wild horse. Sticks. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 8 of coins. Ledger, keeping money, keeping tabs. Got my money? I'm going to write your name in this book, okay? Alright, make sure you get my money now. Well, look at here. It's a psychic. But it ain't me. Ain't got nothing to do with this. It's 3 of coins. These 3 people were involved. A business deal. Let's get this money. Alright? There might be somebody who's psychic that might be involved in this situation as well. Alright? I love this. I love this picture. I do. See, she's got the crystal ball, and she got her money, and she got her job. I'm psychic. A psychic that knows something. Somebody hears that manifestation. The Father of Coins. Okay, this is the Pentacle family. So there's the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So that's the whole family right there. Okay? That I got in the reading I did before. And I got the King of the King of Wands is another male. As the Knight of Cups is King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. He's an older gentleman, maybe like 40 and above. The Knight of Cups, reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Not the Scorpio, Pisces. This is a younger person, was in the 20s, teens, and knights are in the 20s, and 20s to 35, 40. Okay. Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Reverse. These are all ill-defined. Like, these people are so mean and evil and jealous. And then I have the Knight of Wands, reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But at the Hierophant reverse, this is a father who's dictating Um, person who is stubborn, can be mean. Person in authority, somebody, this could be like a police officer, CEO. This is what the Hierophant represents, somebody in law. I got the ace of swords, which also means somebody in military and law enforcement. But this Hierophant is ill-defined. Okay? So we got, like I said, we had the Pentacle family. That's the Pentacles of Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Capricorn. It's either the mother, the father, or the son. But since they all had the same sign, it's going to be their family together. I don't know who the person initially who has the Pentacles, who's in the family that's originally a Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Okay, so like I said, we had the father coins here, and that's him, the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I don't know if this person is of Muslim or foreign descent, but it looks like they are. They had the beard, again, the beard and the mustache, the little goatee that's under the chin. They deal with money, but there's some corruption also, because with the Hierophant there's corruption, and with the King of Pentacles, he's using his money for corruption and lawlessness. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. The Four of Coins is someone who holds on to the coins and keeps the money closer to their chest. If you look at this person, maybe this is somebody you recognize that has the same kind of look, kind of face. They're also involved. We're getting down to the wire, people. We have the Big Queen. This is the World card. This is someone who calls. You see the Indian inside there. Somebody of American Indian or Muslim descent. Like the other people that showed a Muslim. This one probably of African American, but also of Indian descent. Very close to their heritage. It has a full face as so. Is also involved. That has knowledge of this. What's going on? We have a young lady here. Moving right along. She has a full face, full lips, big nose, round face. They know something that's going on. They profess to go to church, but they also do some really violent and devious things. I don't know if they use this weapon to delete her. Okay, then we have the house. As we know, she came from the building. And this is the Ten of Knives. I don't know if knives can also represent bullets, so I don't know if it was knives or bullets that ended her life. She seemed like she was trying to get out the building when this happened. He probably did whatever he did in the entryway, like even near the stairs, to her, allegedly. Okay, we're moving right along and we're doing good. We got the woman. So there's a young lady or someone who has a gap in their mouth like this. You got to watch out for them. That's probably another person that they need to look out to and need to talk to, because the people that the police have, they've already interviewed the suspects. They already interviewed them. They need to go back and talk to them. Okay, so we had this man again. I think this is in the same kind of high step and hip dressing fella with the cap and the mustache, the beard that connects the beard that connects to the mustache. And he's in front of the house. He's coming out of it's like he's coming out of the house when there's some baskets there. And he looks smug, like, I did what I did, and I'm coming out the house. It's an older gentleman, though. Okay, so there's somebody that was there also as well. Then you got someone who has a face that looks like this. That's a lot of people. God. The father of baskets. Like I said, that person is a water sign. That is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Then we got the daughter of coins. I don't know if King has a sister or what that represents. Kate or Scott, I'm not quite sure, but as you can see, she's if the money is in the family, she takes care of her family, very in love with her family. But it looks like there's somebody talking and hitting the back here. I don't know if he's cheating on his wife or whatever and talking to this person, or if that's a friendly conversation with a relative or friend. Okay, the courtship, we know that the relationship was toxic. There's a toxic relationship between something toxic and something bad happened. Then here we go with an older gentleman, white hair, the same kind of thing. He's outside the house. Looks like he's the fire and the water. Okay, they might find something else in the water as well. And he's coming at the house. This is the Temperance card, okay? This is the Star card. There's a female with an oval face with this kind of skin. She's light skinned. She likes to read. She's the mother of knives. Knives represent swords. That's a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And the garden. See the hair. And the mother of sticks. There's another female with that face. 7 represents, did they have a pool in that building? They might find something near the pool as well. This is a pool in that basement of the old house. But anyway, this also represents drug use, intoxication, possibly selling the drugs, whatever. And then bones. As you know, they found some more remains. The fortune teller is telling her, like, reading the bones, but she's probably, see how her mouth is covered and how something has been foretold and revealed. Okay? I'm trying to move right along. So I'm not going to read these cards because I basically said the same thing. The same cards. But something about the number 10. Between 10 and 8 happened to her. Alright, so dating. They have a history dating with the victim. Dating history with the victim. Important details are not being revealed to the public at this time. Interview with family and friends. Relatives and friends may provide valuable clues. This is for the police. This is for Pennsylvania police. Victims engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime. They've already interviewed the killers, allegedly. The persons that did this. But they need to go back and talk to some of the people that they already talked to. They interviewed. They need to talk to them again, all again. You go deep down, delve and find out what's going on. The crime may be solved by DNA testing and other scientific methods. Okay. Research similar crimes in the area. They are linked. They worked in the area. Multiple people involved. I told you there's multiple people involved. Probably 3 girls, 1 guy. Man, that's going to be arrested for conspiracy and manipulating the police and lying, the tipster. But there's other people as well, some females and stuff, and other males. Social media, of course, it will provide valuable clues. He says victim did not know the killer. Well, she did and didn't in the same way because you don't really know a person when you first meet them. Or maybe it's talking to, is that kind of the same when he's wearing a hood too? Oh my God. I didn't know the killer. But she didn't, honestly, she kind of really didn't because they just met. You don't really know a person when you just met him. And he was asking for to see who she is. And she left a scratch. He sustained the wound. Good girl. Or she might when you're being attacked, just give him a good deep nash scar somewhere. In case you get attacked by someone. Leave your mark on him. Killer has a history of committing crimes. Of course, you know that. Killer may currently be in prison for another crime. I know that. Narcissistic and sociopathic behavior, yes. It's just passing through the area. So this isn't necessarily that he was passing through. It just means he was in unfamiliar territory. Or might try to leave town to hide. The witnesses are scared. We fear coming forward with valuable information. Of course, surveillance has provided important clues. The weapon, when they find it, will provide very, very important clues. Drugs may have been involved as a factor in this case, of course. Look closer at the victim's living space, may provide clues. So they might have to go back to her house. They're going to have to go to King's house And they have to go to their house. They have to go to King's house. They will find a lot of information. There's no way they can scrub it. There's no way. There's no amount of bleach, laminol, whatever they got in their house. Techie stuff. That's not gonna. It's not gonna clean up the clues in that house. And you definitely got to go to King's house. I see that. They got to go to King's house. They got to go to Kata's house. Not because she did anything, but just to make sure there's any more clues about her association with the other girls and also King. And they got to go back to the Bacon house, the Bacon school. They got to go. I'm sorry, guys. You got to go there a third time, and you got to check up in the basement up in the basement of the school. You got to check in the upper part of the school. They have like a space where they keep the school supplies, whatever they're from way back when. I mean, not just going there, I mean like a thorough sweep, like everybody, his mama in the police department go in there. All right. Of course, we know she was stalked. In the future, he might admit guilt, or someone else that's in that posse is going to admit guilt. Just get it over with, okay? You might get somebody's going to get a lesser charge, and they probably get that because they told on the other person. So just to get it over with, you conspire to the crime. You know about what really happened. Let's not pretend and fake that we, just guessed it or it just appeared. Confess your crime. Okay? Get it over. Killer may have items belong. So if somebody has something that belongs to Kata, somebody definitely has something belong with her, and we got to find out who that person is, or them persons. And it's been contaminated. Okay? It may be contaminated. So let me just say this. Young people and people in general, please, people have become successful and you become jealous. Jealousy is not the way to go. And hurting someone because they have something that you don't have is not the way to go. I don't know what's going on with this generation nowadays, that they just want to, take something they haven't worked hard for. I don't know who taught them that. This generation has just shifted to such an evil and dark place and it's no need to take some from someone or harm somebody because they're different from you, and they have more than you, And please, can you please stop telling people where other people live and when they work and when they work? When I'm at work, if I'm secretary, here's my kitty, so I know they're going to jail. It's gonna come true. And these sniffly butts. So yeah. I always used to, when I answered the phone, like, even if they were here, or if they on a job, or if they weren't, I'm like, I can't give that information out. It's, you just do that. We all have to take care of each other. Just not be telling everybody where anybody lives. That's none of their business. Because to me, if somebody says, oh, no, you cannot get someone's number from my phone. You can ask them to get their number. I'm not giving you the number if it's in my phone. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to tell you if they're working or if they're not working that day. Okay, that's how it's going to be. I'm not going to tell you where they work, who they work with. It's not anybody's business but theirs. If that person wants to find out, they should have been man or woman enough to go there and ask them. We're not doing that. So please be careful and be one another and love one another. It's just so sad. It's like it's the same profile. Young women getting hurt, and his family's being destroyed. Her family's upset and distraught. And now there's somebody going to be without, because they committed a crime or a conspiracy to a crime, somebody's going to lose their family, their home, their wife, their children, their job, their pets. They're just going to lose everything because what? Because of jealousy and envy. So please take care of each other. Everybody is getting tired of him. It's the same profile, the same way, the same look, the long hair, the pretty girl, the one who's between 18 and 20-something. It's just the same profile over and over again. And we just got to stop it, young people. Work hard for what you want. If you want something that somebody else has, go to work. Go to work legally. All right? That's the way to go. But anyway, I got to get off. This is the Terror Detective. Be kind to each other. I have another missing persons case coming up. Same kind of looks, same kind of appearance. We're going to talk about that young lady another day. So I love you all. Like I said, please, please, please be kind to each other. All right, good night.